Well, hello everyone, sports fans, baseball fans, this is Comics Baker TV here. So, it is time for my predictions for the St. Louis Cardinals 2026 season. That's right, the season is about to start. Opening day is Thursday, with the Cardinals opening up the 2026 season at home at Busch Stadium against the Tampa Bay Rays in interleague play. And well, this is going to be a very interesting season, to say the least. This offseason, we made a number of changes. Uh, we made basically four different trades. We were one of the busier teams of the offseason, and new Cardinals president Chaim Bloom, in his first year as president of St. Louis, made a number of changes to this team, getting rid of a number of veteran players and adding a lot of young talent to this roster. We trade away Sonny Gray to the Boston Red Sox, who was our ace pitcher the last couple years. Also in the Red Sox in a separate trade was first baseman slash catcher Wilson Contreras, who led the Cardinals in home runs last year. And then we traded third baseman Nolan Arenado to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And, well, of course, he's not really in his prime anymore, but still a very solid, defensive player. Will go down as one of the best third basemen ever. And, that had been rumored for a while. And then most recently trading all-star utility player Brendan Donovan to the Seattle Mariners. So a busy offseason for us, and a lot of uncertainty around this team. A lot of people are counting us out, thinking we're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, and it's definitely going to be a very different year, but we have a lot of young stars on this team, including what I think most Cardinal fans are looking forward to is seeing top prospect in the Cardinals system, and that is second baseman J.J. Weatherholt. It was announced that he had made the opening day roster, so he will be making his major league debut Thursday at home, so he should get a huge ovation. And Weatherholt, a first-round pick by the Cardinals just 2 years ago, in fact, not even 2 years ago, in the summer of 2024 from West Virginia. He had an outstanding career in college, put up huge numbers in AA and AAA last year, and thought that he was going to be called up at least some point during 2026, but, after we traded Brendan Donovan, that pretty much kind of guaranteed almost that Weatherholt was going to be the everyday second baseman for the Cardinals, and he is, so we're looking forward to that. He had a very solid spring training. The Cardinals actually had a solid spring training. We actually had the second most wins and the third best winning percentage in the Grapefruit League. So, that may not mean a ton, but, that was great to see. So, and this pitching rotation, our new ace from here on out getting the start on opening day for the Cardinals for the first time in his career will be left-hander Matthew Liberatore. Ironically, was drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays, traded to St. Louis, I believe, in 2020, and, last season, and it was really his first full season as a starter. A really fine season. He actually got off to a very, very solid start for the first month or so, and then June and July he struggled. Then in the final couple months of the season was pretty solid. So a solid year for him last year, and now will be as the Cardinals' new ace, with us trading Sonny Gray. Also, longtime Cardinal Miles Michaelis signed with the Washington Nationals. So he had a solid spring. Libertor did, and our rotation consists of Libertor, Michael McGreevy, who last year, as a rookie, mostly in the second half, was really solid. Uh, and we'll have Andre Palante, who had an up and down season last year. Uh, and, and for the first time in his career, starting Kyle Leahy, who had a solid season last year in relief. And now this will be a starter. In the couple outings he had in spring training, looked really solid. So he'll be in our rotation, and newcomer Dustin May is also in the Cardinals rotation, and we got him, or no, we did not get him in the trade. We signed him. Previously was with the Red Sox last season. A highly touted prospect who has not made more than I think 25 starts in a season, but is a high strikeout percentage guy, so that could turn out to be a key signing. And yes, that's our starting rotation currently. We also had the two guys we acquired from the Red Sox in those trades, Richard Fitz and Hunter Dobbins, who, well, won't be able to make his Cardinal debut for a little while. He's coming off of a knee injury last summer. So, those are two young pitchers that we got from Boston. So, and our bullpen will consist of newcomer Ryan Stanek, who's a veteran. I believe is actually the oldest pitcher in this Cardinals roster currently, at least on the opening day roster. And I believe our closer, not sure who it's going to be, if it's going to be Riley O'Brien or Jojo Romero. I think it's going to be one of those two. But, our bullpen, I think, could actually surprise some people just with the arms that we have. And, yeah. So, I think it is still going to be a solid season. There still is quite a bit of things to look forward to, even though it's going to be a bit different than what most fans are used to, making all these trades. But like I said, a lot of young stars in this team that I'm looking forward to seeing get much more playing time. Mason Wynn, the young Cardinals shortstop who won a Gold Glove last year, one of the best shortstops defensively in baseball, and he's looking to have a breakout season. And you have Lars Nootbaar, who unfortunately will begin the season on IL. He had a up and down season last year. Nolan Gorman will be the everyday third baseman now. He's a solid power hitter, but strikes out a lot. So really hoping he can, slow down on the swing and misses. So an Alec Burleson, who won a Silver Slugger award last year, is going to be the everyday first baseman now. Very, very good power hitter. And the same for catcher/DH Ivan Herrera, who was on the IL like twice last season, but boy, when he plays, he hits the ball hard, and his home runs go a long way. So hopefully he can stay healthy for an entire season. And yeah, I think it could be a breakout year for Mason Wynn and Ivan Herrera if they can stay healthy. So, but yeah, it's just looking forward for this season to start. Cardinals opening up the season against Tampa Bay Thursday, then the next two games against them Saturday and Sunday. Then the New York Mets will come to town next Monday through Wednesday. Then our first series on the road will be against the Detroit Tigers next weekend. So we have somewhat of a tough schedule to open up against a couple of teams that were 500 last year, the Mets and the Tigers. So, but just really looking forward to seeing how this young group of young Cardinal players do. So, but yeah, so know what you guys think, and I also think the NL Central could be a fairly tough but also fairly competitive division. A lot of people picking the Chicago Cubs. They're actually the favorites to win the division. I think it's going to be, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Cubs, Brewers, uh, Reds, Cardinals, Pirates. A lot of people have the Cardinals in last, but I'm thinking we're going to finish in fourth and have around 75 wins. But this is a rebuilding year for us, but I think it could be better than people are saying. So at least hopefully it is. So anyway, till Thursday, opening day against the Tampa Bay Rays, comics are saying go Cards.